House Democrats charged the president with withholding military aid from Ukraine while using his lawyer Rudy Giuliani and associate Lev Parnas to pressure Ukraine to announce an investigation into the son of Democrat presidential candidate Joe Biden.
For the impeachment trial of Donald John Trump, President of the United States.
It's the greatest hoax probably in the history of our country.
President Trump continues to deny these allegations, but Lev Parnas has now gone public with his version of events.
President Trump knew exactly what was going on. He was aware of all of my movements. I wouldn't do anything without the consent of Rudy Giuliani or the president. I was on the ground doing their work.
The unorthodox and chaotic nature of the Trump White House is laid bare in a new book called A Very Stable Genius, written by two Pulitzer Prize-winning Washington Post journalists. Based on interviews with over 200 sources, the book paints a startling portrait of President Trump. It claims he is dangerously uninformed, ignorant of geography and history, that he once implored the Secretary of State to change the law so US companies could bribe foreign governments. And he regularly berates officials, including calling his top generals dopes and babies. Carol Leonnig co-wrote A Stable Genius with fellow Washington Post journalist Philip Rucker, and she joins us now. Carol Leonnig, welcome. So you forensically catalogued what you described as a nest of vipers lurching from one crisis to the next in the White House over the past 3 years. What can you tell us about what it'd be like in the White House right now?
I think the president is probably giving a lot of instructions. He is a person who believes he's the best lawyer, the best media communicator, the best general. He believes he's got the best instincts, and sometimes he's actually right about that. He's been a master at messaging and communicating and connecting with his base of supporters. But I would imagine you're hearing a lot of President Trump telling his troops what they need to do to defend him. His general predisposition is to think about his own self-image, his perpetuation of his own power, and that's the single most important thing to him, according to, scads of people that we interviewed.
So just how critical is this moment in US history? What is at stake now?
Our country is really divided. In the United States, there is a very large portion of the public who feels that Donald Trump is their champion. He's fighting for them. And there's a very large portion of America that feels he's a imminent and clear danger to the country and to our democracy and to the pillars, really, of the country, the things that set up this country by the framers. It's a huge dispute and really a rift. And so the Senate trial, in a way, is reflective of that dispute, the two parties fighting over, is Donald Trump the best thing we have ever found, or is he a clear and present danger?
Do you believe he's a clear and imminent danger to democracy?
All I can do as a journalist, and my colleague Phil Rucker and I view this with great solemnity. Our job is to report the facts. We can only tell you what people who served Donald Trump for weeks, months, and years told us, many of them breaking their silence for the first time. They said that they believe that he is. There are others who are huge supporters of his that work for him, but many who served him are worried about his impulsive, rash decision-making, his lack of discipline, his lack of curiosity about something as basic as American history, world geography, and our laws.
Does the average American, though, share the concern about Donald Trump's nature, or has he done enough on the policy front to ensure that if he survives this, he will be re-elected?
I think there's a very good chance that Donald Trump will be re-elected. And I also would say that it's really too early to tell, and so you don't want to speculate, but I think there's a very good chance of it. Incumbents generally in this country have the clear advantage. And there is something else that Donald Trump has going for him, and we've got to give him credit for, again, the mastery of his ability to communicate to his supporters. He talks tough. He is addressing the issues they feel that coastal elites on the California coast and on the mid-Atlantic coast of New York and Washington and Boston, that those folks have been ignoring his supporters and looking down their nose at this group, the sort of forgotten part of our country. And he connects with them in a way that's really something to see.
Carol Leonnig, thank you.
Of course, my pleasure.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.